It's a cliche, right, isn't it, when you say, oh, yeah, it's pick up and play, but it genuinely is. The violence is laugh out loud funny, right? You know, it's not there to be gratuitous, but it is hilarious. I'm Andrew Willans. I'm the game director for DeathSprint 66. The trailer, when that drops, will have our players first look at the actual gameplay. You know, so the first one was more of a teaser to set the tone and the fantasy of the world that we're building. And this one's all about the action. So, you know, it's a very fast trailer. There's lots going on, but you'll see lots of drifting, jumping, rail grinding. You'll see the game in action. So I'm sitting someone down. I'm giving them the pad very quickly because we've only got 10 to 15 minutes with them. I go through the controls incredibly quickly. So it's, you know, treat it like a racing game. I know it's on foot, but just imagine it was a car. Brake, accelerate, you know, and jump, which is obviously cars don't usually jump. Trying to get that information quickly, get them comfortable with the game. But I think they're getting a good snapshot of the carnage and the chaos and embracing it. So everyone's walked away with a good view of the game, I think, and a good understanding of how to play it. For me, it's been like the continuation of some buzz that we started at GDC. And this is just another, you know, it's another step on the road to launch. The next one being hopefully Gamescom, where we can do things probably in a bit more PvP environment, and then getting to the point where we can talk about our PvE modes that we've got in the game and just start drip feeding those additional information up until our launch date, because it's coming soon. You'll have this feeling that everything's pushing you forward, nothing's getting in your way, feeling of being unstoppable. And the only time that breaks is, you know, someone shoots you, shoots you with a saw blade and cuts you in half, then it breaks it. The story, we kind of refer to this as like the lore iceberg. You know, we sat and really worked hard on a backstory for the characters and the historical events that happened on the way up to 2066. We try to kind of layer that into the game. A bit like, you know, classic things that Verhoeven did with RoboCop and Starship Troopers. We're having a lot of fun with that. Some of the big learnings really are to do with the controls, you know, so we are playtesting regularly and, you know, with a widest range of people as we can get. And all of that feedback is helping us get something which feels intuitive. It's a cliche, right, isn't it, when you say, oh, yeah, it's pick up and play, but it genuinely is. You can get good at this game quickly, but to get great at the game, you need to memorize the tracks and see the opportunities. The violence is laugh out loud funny, right? You know, it's not there to be gratuitous, but it is hilarious. So if you're jumping and you miss a laser gate and it cuts you in half and there's the blood splat, it's a real fist pump moment. And when you take down another racer, it's such a big thrill. You know, just give a huge shout out and tremendous love for the whole of the team, for the whole of Sumo Newcastle. I think everyone within that studio has touched or influenced this game in some way. You know, it's been a long time in concept. We did a lot of pre-production work on this. That belief and that commitment, yeah, that's what gets me out of bed on a morning. Only going to get even better from here. The ultimate power-up. I was thinking, if time and money was no object, what would we do? We did have some interesting ideas about, you know, remote controlling other contestants or, you know, hacking into people's suits, causing them to flip out and do weird kind of physics stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to mull on that quite a bit. Yeah.